Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nadia Malik and I blog at speakingofsense.com. If this is the first time you're watching me, I would like to welcome you on my channel. On my channel, I talk about everything that is related to money. I talk about budgeting, I talk about saving money, and also I teach people how they can generate several streams of passive income and earn money from home. The topic that we're going to be discussing in today's video is all about the second round of stimulus checks. If you have not watched my videos that I did on the first round of stimulus check, and if you're wondering what it was all about, and also if you are still waiting for it and you haven't received it yet, you should check out those videos for sure, because I have all the information related to the amount of stimulus that was included in the first round, and also I have the information of the link where you can go and check the status of your payment. So if you need any of that information, you should definitely check those videos out, and then you can come back to this video, because today's video is gonna be all about the second round of stimulus checks. I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be updating the information as it comes, because the information is changing every single day. So if you subscribe, you will get the notification as soon as my video is uploaded, or as soon as I update any information regarding the second round of stimulus checks. And also watch my video till the end, because at the end I'm going to be talking about the timeline that you would expect to actually get your stimulus check. So it would be best for you to actually know when the stimulus check is coming, and then you can actually organize your budget or organize your expenses according to that. It would be beneficial for your friends and family to subscribe to this channel, because I'm gonna be uploading the updated information as soon as it comes. And if you guys have the right information about when the stimulus check is actually gonna arrive, you can organize your expenses according to that. So let's get to all the information. I would divide this video in actually two parts, where I'm going to be talking about the eligibility of the second round of stimulus checks, and at the end I'm going to be talking about the timeline that you would actually expect the money to come into your accounts. Let's get to it. In the first part of the video, I'm going to be talking about what is the eligibility and the amount of payment that you would be expecting from this second round of stimulus checks. This round is actually called HEROES Act. If you remember, the first round of stimulus payments was called the CARES Act. According to the CARES Act, the amount of money that an individual was receiving was a little bit lower, but the good news is that in HEROES Act, they are actually increasing the amount of payment that an individual or a family would be getting. The income threshold for the HEROES Act is pretty much the same as the CARES Act. So the people who are earning less than $75,000 as a single tax filer are going to be eligible, and then a joint family income that goes up to $150,000 are going to be eligible for that. The amount that every individual is going to be getting is going to be $1,200, and that's the same like the CARES Act. But the good thing is that even the dependents or the kids in a household are gonna get the same amount. So every individual in the house is going to get $1,200 according to the new HEROES Act. So we have to remember that in CARES Act, all the dependents were getting only $500. So if you are a family of 4, you will be getting $4,800. That would make $1,200 each according to this second round of stimulus payments. You have to remember that there is a cap on the amount of money one family can get, and that cap is on $6,000. So you cannot get anything beyond $6,000 as a family. Another improvement that happened in the second round of stimulus payments is that in CARES Act, or in the previous stimulus payments, the dependents that were 17 years and older, if they were college students or living in the same house with their parents, they were not eligible for this kind of money. But in HEROES Act, they are also eligible for this kind of money. So they will also get a $1,200 check even if they are leaving their parents as dependents. One big criticism that came with CARES Act was that there was a huge number of immigrants who were excluded from the first round of stimulus payments. That has been taken care of in HEROES Act, and as long as you can provide a taxpayer identification number, you are eligible for the new round of stimulus payments. That's a very good news for the immigrants, because there are so many people who have a status that has not been defined, or they have been married to a citizen, but they haven't got their citizenship done yet. So it makes sense that they get this amount because they have been working and they have been paying taxes in the country. This is a very good news, and I feel like they did a huge improvement when it comes to the second round of stimulus payments. Now that we have talked about the eligibility of this second round of stimulus payments, and we know what to expect and how much money would be expecting as a family, and the income thresholds that actually qualify for this kind of payment, we're going to be talking about the timeline that we would expect these payments to come in. We need to understand that there's a process that goes behind any bill or any legislation to actually be passed. This Stimulus Payment Act, or this HEROES Act that everybody's calling, is actually passed in House, and House is ruled by Democrats. Now, in order for this HEROES Act to become a bill, it needs to pass in Senate. When we talk about Senate, we need to understand that there are these gaps that come in the government schedule, and the timeline that we expect for these payments to come out really depends on these gaps. So I'm going to go over those timelines, and I'm going to break them, and I'm going to tell you why we should expect these checks to actually be getting out by the end of August, if everything goes well. So we definitely are going to get the stimulus checks, but we need to understand that there could be a timeline that we need to keep in mind in order to actually get our hands on that stimulus payment. So let's go break down that time period. I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to be looking at my notes because I don't want to give you the wrong information. So I'm going to be telling you what are the timelines and what are the breaks that Senate is taking, and that could actually postpone this process, or that could actually take this process in the end of August. So the first break that the Senate takes is called a recess. That is called a planned recess, and the Senate takes a planned recess from Friday, July 3rd through Friday, July 17th, and they return to work on Monday, July the 20th. So that already puts us like way later in July to be expecting anything that needs to be worked on, or that needs any discussion that needs to be happening. It goes way beyond in July. So now, for now, we will wait the Senate to return from its July recess, and then they're going to be doing discussions on the stimulus package, and the proposed rescue package would need to pass both the House and the Senate. I already told you that it has already been passed in the House, and we are still waiting on Senate's decision in order for this to become a bill. The Senate will be in session for 3 work weeks from July 20th to August 7. So until Friday, August 7, that gives Senate 15 work days to debate a bill before the next summer recess. So after August 7, there is another summer recess coming, and that puts us in a really difficult situation, because if people are depending on it, that's just gonna cause a little bit more time for them to wait. The Senate will be on its August recess, and the August recess lasts through the Labor Day Monday, September 7th. Which is not a good news. So there are 32 days from the last date of Senate session, that is August 7th, until the first day of the following session, that is September 8th. So if the Senate doesn't take up the second stimulus package in July, a new bill authorizing the checks would need to pass both chambers on or before Friday, August 7th, to get through prior to the Senate's August break. From September 8th to September 25th, the Senate is back in session. If Congress doesn't complete the stimulus package by the start of the August break, it would need to resume in September. That would be the worst case scenario because people are depending on it. So for the purpose of speculation only, let's just say that a new stimulus act becomes a law on Friday, August 7th. That would be the best case scenario, and everybody is looking at that. So if we keep the CARES Act timeline in our mind, it took actually a couple of weeks for the first checks to get out. So the first check, if everything happens on August 7, if everything is done, the first check, you should expect the first check to get out by August 26. And that's the best case scenario. That's how the timeline goes. That's what you need to understand. So if everything falls in place by August 7, August 26 is going to be the first day that the checks need to get out. Based on the information that I have already shared with you, it looks like the second round of stimulus payments is gonna be something around the last week of August. I know for so many people this is a very difficult time, and if you are actually facing a job loss, then it's very, very difficult, and having to raise the family in this chaotic situation and this economic downturn is not easy. But the information that I am providing here is going to help so many people because it's the most updated information, and I would like for you to subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna be updating it as soon as the new information comes, and I hope that it can be beneficial to so many people who are actually looking for the right information. This economic downturn has affected most of us. If not financially, there are so many people who are actually struggling emotionally. There are people who are looking for guidance. Every little bit helps. That's why I would want you to share this information and tell more people, because this is the most updated information. And even if a little bit of hope gets out through these videos, my job here is done. I'm going to be updating you, and I have a lot of information on my blog where I discuss if you have a job loss, or if you are struggling financially, or if you need to organize your budgets, organize your money, you can go ahead and check my blog. Otherwise, subscribe to my channel and keep coming back for the updated information. This is it for today's video. I'm hoping to have the updated information and hopefully some good news. Maybe we will get the stimulus check sooner than the last week of August. Let's see how it goes. But whenever this is gonna happen, I'm gonna be posting the updates on my Instagram, on my YouTube channel, on my blog. And if you are not following me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box. I'm gonna try to reply them as soon as possible. I hope to see you in another video where I can provide you more guidance or the answers to any of the questions that you guys are having. Thank you so much for watching me. Have a nice day.